All right, so this one looks a little weird, it looks a little tricky, but remember we can change this into something a little more familiar. So we're going to rewrite this. So when we have a fraction with exponents in the denominator, we can change it into a negative exponent into the numerator. So 1 over x squared becomes x to the negative 2. Okay, these are both equal. These are both equal. Okay, we're going to continue. This, very similar, but we still have this, but we have this 3 times x to the negative 2. Okay, here we go. Now we can work with the power rule from here. So the j prime. So product rule tells us derivative of this first part of the product. So we're going to bring down this negative 2, and we have negative 2 minus 1, which is negative 3. This becomes 0. I'm going to write nothing. And we're going to write this next part as normal. And then we're going to write this next part as normal. And then from here, similar. So negative 2, we're going to drop it in front. So negative 2 times 3 is going to be negative 6. And then negative 2 minus 1 is going to be negative 3. Plus, and then this becomes just 4. Remember, if you're wondering why it's 4, there's an invisible 1 here. So that 1 times the 4 here. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. And we know that any number to the 0 power is just 1. So it basically removes that variable, and you're left with that. So here, we got to continue. I'm going to go a little faster. So we're going to go and combine our like terms. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And remember, when we're multiplying terms with exponents, we are adding the exponent. So this becomes negative 5, because negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5. So we're distributing this. So this is going to become negative 8x. So this is negative 3 plus 1, which is negative 2. Okay. Now we have this next part. We're going to distribute this here. So we're going to do negative 6x. And we're going to, again, add these exponents. So that becomes negative 5. Distribute again. So we got plus 4x, negative 2. And then here we got negative 18. And then negative 18 to the negative third. And then we have finally 3 times 4 is 12. Okay. And now combine like terms. So we're going to do this part and this part. So that's going to be negative 12x to the negative 5th. Next, we'll do the third, right? So we're going to do minus 18x. That's about it. And then next, we're going to do the ones with the negative 2. So that's going to be negative 8 plus 4, which is going to be negative 4. And then lastly, we have this term, plus 12. Okay. And then if you want, you could rewrite this. We'll just do it just because. But either one is correct, but these are your final answers.